MTC. Day 03, Number 1. Clarity in an organization keeps everyone working in one accord and energizes key leadership components like trust and transparency. No matter who or what is being assessed in your organization, what they are being assessed on must be clear and the people must be aware of it. If individuals in your organization are assessed without knowing what they are being assessed on, it can cause mistrust and move your organization away from clarity. For your organization to be productive, cohesive, and successful, trust is essential. Failure to have trust in your organization will have a negative effect on the results of any assessment. It will also significantly hinder the growth of your organization. To conduct accurate assessments, trust is a must, which comes through clarity. In turn, assessments help you see clearer, which then empowers your organization to reach optimal success. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 03, Number 2. Negative numbers are a lot more abstract than positive numbers. You can't see -4 cookies and you certainly can't eat them, but you can think about them, and you have to, in all aspects of daily life, from debts to contending with freezing temperatures and parking garages. 4. Still, many of us haven't quite made peace with negative numbers. People have invented all sorts of funny little mental strategies to sidestep the dreaded negative sign. On mutual fund statements, losses, negative numbers, are printed in red or stuck in parentheses with no negative sign to be found. The history books tell us that Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC, not -100. Julius Caesar -100100. The underground levels in a parking garage often have designations like B1 and B2. B1, B2. Temperatures are one of the few exceptions. Folks do say, especially here in Ithaca, New York, that it's -5 degrees outside, though even then, many prefer to say 5 below zero. New York Ithaca-55. There's something about that negative sign that just looks so unpleasant. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 03, Number 3. Observational studies of humans cannot be properly controlled. Humans live different lifestyles and in different environments. Thus, they are insufficiently homogeneous to be suitable experimental subjects. These confounding factors undermine our ability to draw sound causal conclusions from human epidemiological surveys. Confounding factors are variables, known or unknown, that make it difficult for epidemiologists to isolate the effects of the specific variable being studied. For example, Taubes argued that since many people who drink also smoke, researchers have difficulty determining the link between alcohol consumption and cancer. Taube. Similarly, researchers in the famous Framingham study identified a significant correlation between coffee drinking and coronary heart disease. Framingham. However, most of this correlation disappeared once researchers corrected for the fact that many coffee drinkers also smoke. If the confounding factors are known, it is often possible to correct for them. However, if they are unknown, they will undermine the reliability of the causal conclusions we draw from epidemiological surveys. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 03, Number 4. The right to be forgotten is a right distinct from but related to a right to privacy. The right to privacy is, among other things, the right for information traditionally regarded as protected or personal not to be revealed. The right to be forgotten, in contrast, can be applied to information that has been in the public domain. The right to be forgotten broadly includes the right of an individual not to be forever defined by information from a specific point in time. One motivation for such a right is to allow individuals to move on with their lives and not be defined by a specific event or period in their lives. For example, it has long been recognized in some countries, such as the UK and France, that even past criminal convictions should eventually be spent and not continue to affect a person's life. Despite the reason for supporting the right to be forgotten, the right to be forgotten can sometimes come into conflict with other rights. For example, formal exceptions are sometimes made for security or public health reasons. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 03, number 5. In the natural world, if an animal consumes a plant with enough antinutrients to make it feel unwell, it won't eat that plant again. Intuitively, animals also know to stay away from these plants. Years of evolution and information being passed down created this innate intelligence. This intuition, though, is not just seen in animals. Have you ever wondered why most children hate vegetables? Dr. Stephen Gundry justifies this as part of our genetic programming, our inner intelligence. Dr. Stephen Gundry. Since many vegetables are full of antinutrients, your body tries to keep you away from them while you are still fragile and in development. It does this by making your taste buds perceive these flavors as bad and even disgusting. As you grow and your body becomes stronger enough to tolerate these antinutrients, suddenly they no longer taste as bad as before. MTC. Good job. Let's start. MTC. Day 03, number 6. Countershading is the process of optical flattening that provides camouflage to animals. When sunlight illuminates an object from above, the object will be brightest on top. The color of the object will gradually shade darker toward the bottom. This shading gives the object depth and allows the viewer to distinguish its shape. Thus, even if an animal is exactly, but uniformly, the same color as the substrate, it will be easily visible when illuminated. Most animals, however, are darker above than they are below. When they are illuminated from above, the darker back is lightened and the lighter belly is shaded. The animal thus appears to be a single color and easily blends in with the substrate. This pattern of coloration, or countershading, destroys the visual impression of shape in the organism. It allows the animal to blend in with its background. Day 4. MTC. Good job.